Hello YouTube, it's your boy Mr. Beats by Ash coming at you with another Spellslingers video. So today we were greeted with some news from the development team, and I wanted to come out with a little short and sweet video just kind of briefly talking you through this information. Okay, so first off, D&D Icons preview. So essentially D&D Icons will be a new 41 card expansion based on the Forgotten Realms setting of Dungeons & Dragons. It will be filled with heroes, monsters, spells, a few ordinary denizens. Cards will be available in all colors and rarities. There will be cards available in bundles as well as booster packs. As a brand new expression, we are going to be adding new heroes and champions to Valor Reach, but that's not all. There is an additional secret ingredient to top it all, paying homage to role players everywhere. Class cards. So, class cards, from what I understand, are a new thing, kind of similar to how, I guess, quests were added in Hearthstone, kind of similar to how in Paper Magic, how we got companions. I believe there's some type of restriction. I'm not very certain on what cards can be used in what planeswalkers, but we do know that whenever you start off with one, it has 3 variants, and you level up by playing them. You start off with the initial one, and I think that you start off with it in your hand. I'm not 100% certain. You may have to draw it, but that's what it seems like. Essentially, you start off with the first one, and once you activate that ability, you then place the second level into the top 3 cards of your deck, and once you play that card, you gain that ability, and so on until you play the 3rd copy. So here, they're only revealing to us the Paladin in this instant, and it looks like, I would assume Paladin could be used in planeswalkers that are able to use white cards. We do not know any of this information. This is all speculation. So first off, the first card you start out with is Divine Smith. You give a friendly creature +1 health for a 1-mana 1/2. So not that all insane, but you know, there are some combinations that could be appealing. We could see a Panharmonicon combo with this, maybe. You know, maybe Panharmonicon allows you to add 2 copies of the level up card into your deck. I'm not entirely sure, but if that is, that could be very fun. So, second level, this card allows you to, for 3 damage, deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of creatures you control. So this card, to me, it's kind of a little bit underwhelming. It doesn't seem like a big reward, but, you know, it does allow you to get to the 3rd level, and it may be set up like this so that these are not all entirely powerful initially. In my opinion, I am kind of getting the vibes that this is somewhat similar to companions in Paper Magic, and if you know anything about that, that essentially forever changed the game to a point where either in Standard you had to use a companion, or they had to nerf them eventually so that they are just pretty much not used in most decks in a competitive aspect. So the final copy of this card allows you to pay 5 mana, and for the rest of the game, after a friendly creature attacks, it gets +1/+1. So my initial thoughts are on this that, particularly in white, it is somewhat challenging right now to go wide. So I am hoping that if this is going to be a thorough part of the game, that we do get some cards that allow you to go more wide and white. I'm not saying it's terrible, but it definitely could use some help, and maybe this is what Nahiri needs to become viable. I think that for 5 mana, that is a little over costly, and I feel like for 5, there are some other things that you could be doing, some other tools that you could be using, especially with the 2 mana card that is currently used in decks like Kaya, that gives all of your creatures +1 attack and all of your opposing creatures -1 attack. So we will have to see how the meta develops to understand if this is playable, but my first thoughts are this seems somewhat weak, and maybe these cards are going to be set up to be somewhat weak so that it does not feel forced on anyone. My entire hopes and dreams of this are that you are not forced to play these, and these can be a fun addition to the game. But it doesn't always have to be like that for Wizards, you know. They could just be after, you know, generating a little bit of money. This is an expansion. They haven't touched on any of the potential nerfs or balance changes coming, and this is all that we have to work with right now. So we will have to see what they set in stone for us. So we see from these cards right here, we have 5 different class cards, and the Paladin was the only one revealed to us. They said that there will be more information next week, but this is all they are leaving us for now. And one thing that I will end this video on is that all of these have the mythic card rarity symbol. So I am hoping that you do not have to pull these out of packs, because currently it is somewhat challenging to collect all of the cards in the game for a budget or free-to-play friendly player, and I would hate to see that they force these on new players and they cause you to spend money in order to sustain a competitive advantage. So let me know what you guys think about these. Are you excited for them? Are you, a little bit surprised that they're not giving us any balance changes, a little bit irritated? Or if you have any other comments about this new card type, please let me know in the comments. And as always, I am very close to reaching a goal of 100 followers on the Twitch channel. That channel will be up in the description, as well as a pop-up on the screen. So if you could help me get closer to that goal, I would really appreciate it, because I love making these videos for you guys. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one.